See a little rust right there. Roots. That looks like a square nut. So presumably pre-1900. Hey everybody, I'm back on the 4 acres where I found the pistol, and I want to try to finish this 4 acres off today. Okay, I had a signal from the top. It was showing up in the 70s and 80s. Like brass, but from underneath it was showing up like iron. I've got this, and it looks to me like a buckle of some kind, but I haven't been able to figure out what kind of strap or whatever's in it yet. Okay, so I found this buckle. I actually went to the truck and got a wire brush. It's brass bristles, not steel bristles, a little bit softer. And this felt like the strap that the buckle was on might have been nylon. It was really rough, but I cleaned it off best I could. Couldn't tell anything, so I got my pocket knife and shaved it off. And this is a leather strap, so it very well could be old. Might clean it up later for a better view. I found my first shotgun shell back for the day. It is a UMD Arrow 12 gauge by Remington. And there again, this would have been a paper shotgun shell because the plastic would still be in it if it was a modern plastic shotgun shell. It was a cool find. I've not seen one quite like this before. Okay, I've got another neat find here. I think this was a wrench for square head bolts and nuts. The handle would have came off in this direction, but this would have been one size wrench, this would have been another size wrench, and this was yet another size wrench. It probably had another wrench on the other end of the handle, so it would have had 6 different sizes, and all for square head bolts and nuts. Found another shotgun shell back, 12 gauge. This one says UMC Company Club. Found another shotgun shell, and this one is another 16 gauge. Another cool find. Okay, I found another shotgun shell. This one is Winchester repeater, 12 gauge. Don't know how well you can see that. I'll let you in on a little secret. I've never carried a wire brush with me, metal detecting, before today. I like it. I think I'm going to start doing this from now on. Okay, here's something slightly different. This is a keeper pin out of something. It doesn't have a hex head on it or anything like a bolt would have. It's cut straight across the bottom. It does have a head on it. So this would have just been to keep something together, but I don't know what. Well, I found me a chunk of log chain. Doesn't have either end on it, but it's a cool find. Okay, I've got another big piece of cast iron here. I think probably weighs half a pound, probably to a stove, maybe. It's got a bit of a bevel to the shape. Could be for a plow, but it doesn't have any curve to it. Don't know. Okay, I found something here. I thought it was a lag bolt at first because of the threads on this end. Those are made to go into wood, maybe starting with a pilot hole. Thought it was broken, but on this end you can see it's got fine threads or machine threads. So I've seen stuff similar to this used on somewhat modern furniture, usually holding the legs on underneath a couch or something. So I don't know, this is probably not that old. Okay, I've got another little find here. I've been finding finishing nails and pieces to what I think is probably from furniture. And this is a decorative little tack that's been bent over on the backside. I don't know if it had been used for old upholstery, maybe, or what it would have been used for. It is very decorative. I don't know what it's made of. I got an iron grunt from the AT Pro. Okay, I've got an interesting find here. This is similar to an eye bolt, except the base of it is squared, like it was made in a blacksmith's forge. It's got this collar on it to attach a cable or a rope. And I'm wondering if maybe this is not something that they would drive into a log to skid it with a horse or something. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments. Alright, I just made a little find here. This, most people will probably know what this is. This should be part of a hinge for a toilet seat. This would have been underneath the seat part itself. And on this side, which is flat, should have been the centerpiece, and then another piece here for the lid. This would have been on the left-hand side if you're behind the toilet, or the right-hand side if you're facing the toilet. Should be made of brass, and that means there's probably more of it around here pretty close. Okay, we've got something here. This has got a bolt on this side. This slides up and down to close in with here to clamp onto something, and this looks like a hook of some kind, but I have no clue what this is off of. Maybe a truck or a plow or some kind of piece of machinery. That's all I know. Well, check this out. It's probably a 3-pound hammerhead sledgehammer. It's kind of a cool find. Maybe I can get a handle put in this one, use it. Okay, I'm wrapping up the second day of this 4-acre property I'm metal detecting. I've had a pretty good day today. No pistols today, of course, but I found some neat stuff and some mysterious stuff that I'm not sure what is. Let me show you real quick. Okay, I found a lot of junk, odds and ends, nails, screws, a piece of barbed wire, cast iron, pull tabs. There's modern trash out here, a little bit of it, not a whole lot. No square nails today, but I did find some interesting things. This looks like an automatic adjuster for drum brakes on something huge, maybe a tractor, maybe a big truck, I don't know, but it's a lot bigger than what my truck uses. I found a couple pieces of chain, a long piece and a short piece. It's amazing how these chains, when they rust, they lock together and they won't move around. I found this. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It might be a pin to go in an implement or something, but it's got this collar on here that would be right to put a rope or a cable around. I found a bunch of old shotgun shells. These would have been paper shotgun shells with actual brass backings. Modern shotgun shells have steel backing, and they'll rust away and then leave the plastic of the shell. But the old ones, of course, are opposite. The paper rots away and leaves these. I found a 16 gauge. I think I have misplaced it or dropped it somewhere. I found a buckle, and I checked this after I got back to the truck. It does not stick to a magnet, so it's brass. I'm going to guess this is off a piece of horse tack or something. I don't think it's a shoe buckle. Of course, I don't really know. This is probably off of a newer piece of farm equipment. It does have a 6-sided nut for adjustment, but this clamps onto something right in here. Tighten down with that. And that's got a hook for something. I'm not sure what this goes to, but it's heavy, so I'm going to say probably something to a tractor. This is an old wrench. I've seen a few wrenches like this. They're for square-headed nuts and bolts. This would have had 3 sides to it, one here, one here, and one here. Then the handle here would have went over to another head similar to this with 3 different sizes over here. It's broken, and this is what I found, but it's cool. And then my last find of the day is this hammerhead. This is a small sledgehammer, probably a 3-pound. I actually use one almost identical to this at work in a welding shop, only mine has a handle in it still. Enjoyed today's video? If so, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think.